I am Paul McCarran here at Loyola on the Potomac, the Retreat House. I think the gospel passage for September the 10th is quite a challenging presentation of the good news. That is, the good news that God is working hard to bless us with himself, to give us himself. The passage that I'm talking about is from Luke. He describes Jesus talking to his disciples about loving just as God does. You know the advice, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Give to everyone who asks. And if someone takes something from you, don't demand it back. Yikes. How is all that possible? That, it seems to me, is Jesus' point. It's not possible to do these things, at least not without the presence and the power of God. So he tells his disciples, and that's now us, be merciful as your Father is merciful. He doesn't have to spell it out. If you're going to use God's compassion, well, you'll have to ask him to borrow it. You don't have it. We can't express God's power to be gracious and merciful by trusting our own judgment about the need for mercy. So Jesus warns his disciples, don't judge. He's asking us to notice that we are indeed tempted to judge matters for ourselves, and he's telling us to choose instead, forgive, don't judge. He assures all disciples that when we give up our hasty opinions about others, and it's a struggle, but then and only then, will we be ready to experience God's forgiveness. Notice how much we need it. So Jesus puts the joy of letting go of judgment this way. Forgive, you'll be forgiven. Give, and gifts will be given to you. Packed together, shaken down, overflowing, pouring into your lap. Though we have to ask for those gifts.